To understand Shakespeare's language, you have to understand Shakespeare's theatre. It was performed in the open air, using ordinary costumes, with very little scenery, very few props, and very close to the audience. Nowadays, we tend to think visually. If we want to be entertained, we use CGI. In Shakespeare's day, the ear was the medium of entertainment, and people would listen rather than look. It cost a penny to see a play at Shakespeare's Globe. For the same amount of money, you could go to see bull baiting, go to a brothel, go and see bear baiting, or gamble. Shakespeare's language had to be good to compete with these kinds of things. One of the most obvious things that Shakespeare did was to set the scene. For instance, at the beginning of Hamlet, the first words of the play are, "Who's there?" This tells an audience, in an open-air theatre with no lighting effects, that it's dark and that the guards at the castle of Elsinore cannot see each other. In Romeo and Juliet, the dialogue encompasses comedy business. Rather than doing complex stage directions, Shakespeare encompasses the actions, the biting of thumbs, in order to insult somebody, in the dialogue itself. With no sets and very few props, Shakespeare's verse could be used to take the audience completely outside the theatre. So, for instance, in Hamlet, Queen Gertrude describes the death of Ophelia as she falls into a stream and slowly drowns. This would be very difficult to stage. In film, the camera can take us close to an actor's face. Shakespeare does this in King Lear by having the gentleman describe Cordelia's mixed feelings about the fate of her father. This would have been very difficult for a boy actor to portray. The soliloquy is Shakespeare's equivalent of a voiceover. When Macbeth hears about the death of his wife, we're given direct access to his state of mind. He talks about how busy he is, he talks about how the future looks bleak without her, how all he has to look forward to now is death, that the past has no meaning, that his life is short, that death is inevitable, that he's not in control of his own life, and even if he was, it has no meaning for him. To sum up, Shakespeare uses language in place of lighting and scenery, as a special effect, to direct the action, to give access to a character's thoughts, to reveal character, to manipulate our attention, and many other things as well.